Hey, what's up, guys? It's Brendan from Best Life Weight Loss, and today's Best Life advice, I'll talk about time. You know, if you've seen the videos in the past, you know that time is very important. It's an important part of setting up your routine and making your schedule. And I've talked about in the past, you know, how to determine the time for your cardio. You know, with the bike, the easiest way to determine is just trying it out that first time, trying to achieve like a 20-30 minute mark and seeing how far you can go. You know, say you set yourself up for 20 minutes and you sit there and your first time you could go 30 minutes before you really start to feel tired. That's great. Try and strive for that every day at that point. The bike and a lot of other aspects, like if you're walking outside, you know, all those aspects of cardio are great. Probably gonna have to tackle them differently. You know, when I was walking outside, you know, obviously that I didn't sustain that, but it's very good. And when you're walking outside, how I determined how much time I should be doing was just block based. Oh, I like going around this block. Let's do it 3 times. You know, and for me that was easy, but maybe that's why it wasn't sustainable. So when I'm on the bike, you know, first off, the reason why I don't just sit on the bike until I can't do it anymore is because I want to be able to do it the next day and the next day. When you're training your muscles to failure, you know, if I sit on the bike until I can't do anymore, that's training to failure. And that's great for building muscle. And I think tomorrow's video might be building muscle versus like losing fat loss. They literally go hand in hand. Building muscle will burn fat. If you do any kind of research, you're gonna see they recommend, oh, try building muscle. You're gonna help lose fat. But you're gonna train them differently. But that's not what today's video is about. So I don't recommend for your cardio training to failure, because your cardio is something you want to be able to achieve 5-6 days throughout the week. You want that to be your main goal. You know, this channel is about fat loss and weight loss, and slowly am I implementing little things for toning and muscle growth. But before I worried about building muscle, I just wanted to lose fat. You know, I don't have this concept of like a dream physique that I have. I just wanted to be healthy. I wanted to be able to get up a flight of stairs and not fucking be out of breath and dying. And I want to be able to go and hang out with my friends and go hiking, go doing shit, and go to a pub crawl and not be lagging behind everyone, you know? So the idea of fat loss, when especially you're doing the cardio on the bike, you know, you want to be able to do it multiple times throughout the week. So that's why I recommend setting times for those. You know, it took me a while to get here, but I'm doing 2 hours of cardio every day for 6 days a week. I've been doing that for about 3 months now. And actually, I've been doing it kind of since I started filming these in January. It's kind of when I implemented. I think when I started, I was doing like 1 hour and 50. And then I added over time, you know. And that's something that you're going to want to do with your time as well, is you want to add more. You're going to notice it gets easier. You're going to get to your 30-minute mark, and you're not going to be as tired. Now, I don't want you to try and go for 50 minutes at that point. I always added 10. I always added just 10 minutes to my cardio. When I felt like, oh, it's time, I'll just add 10 minutes. I check the time, I'll be like, okay, this is how much time has passed, I'm going to go for the 10 more minutes. And, you know, trust me, if you feel like those 10 more minutes were super easy, add 10 more. But that concept of time is also a tool in itself, because once you start doing your hour of cardio, you're going to get faster, you're going to be more engaged with it, you're going to get better posture. That posture is going to come over time. The form, that's going to come over time. I don't stress that at the beginning when you first start, especially if you're super fat, morbidly obese like I was. Just getting on there, just doing it, just getting that sweat, it's helping your body condition you. So when you're doing that and you're adding more time, that's great. But remember what I said, time is a tool. So what happens is, especially for me, and I'm doing 2 hours now, is that is my mindset, my goal. I know now, I just have to sit here for 2 hours. And I don't like to harp on the time, I don't like to see the time, but I'll check it every now and then. And I'll check it and 30 minutes will pass. So right there, you start playing mind games with yourself. Oh shit, all right, 30 minutes passed? Just an hour and 30 minutes to go. And I'll check and oh shit, an hour and some change passed. I just got 40 more minutes to go, you know? And it's that mental aspect of having a time frame set up that, well, I'm telling you, will help you immensely, knowing that there is an end and not just an artificial end. See, when you don't set up a time frame for yourself, what could happen is, you get used to it, you're doing pretty good, but then you starting to get tired and you stop willy-nilly. And there's no set time. You know, I've been doing this now for almost 2 years. I keep saying that. And the time aspect of the cardio is fucking wonderful. It really keeps me driven. You know, when I get done making this video, I'm gonna check the time. And I'm gonna 45 more minutes to go, you know? And I'm gonna feel good, and it's gonna help you in the mind. Now, when I get done here, you know, I like to do some calisthenics, some free weights, and those aren't timed. Those are set reps that I do, you know. And I feel like once you start to get to that point, and you start doing your calisthenics, you start doing weights, you'll realize, like, you're not gonna set a 20-minute time frame for that. You're gonna wanna let your body decide, you know. I started real slow. I was doing fucking 1 reps of everything. Bicep curls. Now I was doing 10s. So I'm able to do fucking 50 bicep curls before I started getting tired. Overhead presses. I started with fucking 10s, doing 60 of those. You know? And I was just doing 1 set or 1 reps. 1 set of each of my chosen exercises. And then the push-ups, I started doing 3. And over time, it slowly went to 5 and 6 and 7 and 10. I mean, there were days where I was adding 3 push-ups to my record, you know. Now, I could bust out, 30 super slow, low push-ups. I could bust out 50 good form, fast push-ups. And all of that was not time-based. That was just working at it, adding more to it, you know. Now when I'm doing these, I'll do 30 reps, 2 sets, you know. So there's the time aspect. I want you to put on your cardio, and I really want you to try and time your cardio for the most part, even when you're outside walking, swimming, whatever. Having that idea of knowing this is my stopping point, that can make a really big difference and keeping you motivated and keeping you going and knowing, I just gotta make it right there. And that doing it once throughout the week, that might not really do much for you. But hitting that cardio 5-6 times, it's gonna really shine out. And having that time frame is gonna really make a difference. And then, like I said, your weights, you don't need to set a time frame for the weights. Just do a couple, feel it out. And where I'm at right now is just like, once my form starts to decrease, I know, I'm like, okay, and I'll do the Sam Sulek, I'll finish off, say I want to do 30 of these, and I'm at 20 and my form is shit, and I'm super tired. I'll push through, I'll do some sloppy ass sets, just to complete it out, because I want to hit that number. You don't want to hit that number and hurt yourself, but you want to kind of keep that consistency. You want to add your time for your cardio, or your weights, you want to have consistency too. I'm not saying you can get fucking jacked, but I'm saying, like, look at this. I never had any definition in my arm before, and all I'm doing was bullshit fucking weights after my cardio. Now, I'm starting to do a little bit more, but, these are all tools. Time, your reps, your sets, these are all tools that you have to utilize for your weight loss journey. Well, I hope you stay positive and I hope you start your journey today.